The sun was barely up, casting long shadows over Denver's downtown as Liam Carter maneuvered his rattling delivery van through rush-hour traffic. At 32, he'd logged nearly a decade with mile-high couriers, hauling everything from legal briefs to luxury dog beds. His sandpaper-rough hands, weathered from years of lifting, gripped the wheel as he navigated past the state capitol, the air crisp with that Rocky Mountain bite. He knew every alley off Larimer Square, every grumpy security guard, every receptionist who'd sign his tablet with a flick of the wrist and zero eye contact. It wasn't glamorous, but it kept his fridge stocked and the lights on in his cramped 5 Points apartment. Today's route included Westwood and Pierce, a flashy ad agency in a sleek glass tower on 17th Street. Liam parked near a hydrant, close enough to dodge a ticket, and hauled a stack of packages inside. The lobby screamed money, marble floors so polished he could see his faded gray uniform reflected, chandeliers dripping crystals, a faint whiff of leather and espresso. He approached the front desk where Tiffany, a 20-something with a platinum bob and manicured nails, scrolled her phone. "Package," he said, sliding the boxes forward. She scribbled her name without looking up, muttering, "Yeah, whatever." Liam was used to it. Being invisible was part of the gig. But as he turned to leave, a voice sliced through the hum of the open plan office. "Hey, delivery boy, did you forget how to walk straight?" Liam froze mid-step. Brandon Chase, a mid-30s exec with gelled hair and a $2,000 suit, leaned against a glass office door, smirking. He flicked a paperclip at Liam's feet, and it skittered across the marble. A ripple of laughter spread, junior staff glancing up from laptops, a guy in a tie snorting into his coffee. Liam bent down, picked it up and handed it back with a tight-lipped, "Here you go, sir." Brandon's grin sharpened. "Good boy, maybe next time fetch it with your teeth." The room exploded, sharp, barking laughs that bounced off the high ceilings. Liam's ears burned, his jaw clenching, but he kept his face a mask. He dealt with plenty, drunk frat boys, uppity baristas, but this was different. These suits didn't just dismiss him, they turned him into their morning entertainment. He nodded to Tiffany, who shoved the tablet back without a word, and headed out. Outside, the cold bit his cheeks as he caught his reflection in the tower's glass. Patchy uniform, scuffed boots, a nobody. He'd brushed off worse, but today, that laughter stuck like a splinter. Back in his van, he replayed it. Brandon Chase, executive director, king of the 10th floor, the kind of guy who'd never sweated for a dime. Liam had seen him before, barking into a headset or schmoozing clients in the lobby, always with that same smug grin. The guy lived to flex, and Liam was just another prop. He drove to his next stop, a law firm on Champa Street, mechanically unloading boxes, but his mind churned. Why today? Why did it hurt more? Maybe it was the way Brandon said it. Like Liam being more than a delivery guy was the punchline to a cosmic joke. That night, Liam slumped in his van outside his apartment, a brick walk-up with peeling paint and a flickering porch light. The radio hummed low, some Springsteen tune about working-class grit, but he barely heard it. He'd always lived by a simple code. Do the job, keep your head down, let the world spin. His dad, Jimmy Carter, a mechanic who'd busted knuckles until lung cancer took him 5 years back, had taught him that. Folks'll judge, he'd rasped over a beer. Prove 'em right or prove 'em wrong, your call. Liam pulled out his phone and dialed Marcus, his older brother by 3 years. Marcus answered on the second ring, voice crackling through static. "What's up, little man? You sound like someone stole your van." "They laughed at me today," Liam said, pinching the bridge of his nose. "Westwood and Pierce. Brandon Chase, some suit, called me a dog, told me to fetch. Whole office lost it." Marcus whistled. "Brandon Chase? That gel-haired jackass? He's the type to tip with a coupon, what'd they say?" "Imagine him as our boss," Liam quoted, voice flat. "Like it's absurd, like I'm stuck hauling boxes forever." "Good," Marcus said, and Liam blinked, thrown off by the response. Means you're done eating their crap. You're pissed. Finally. Pissed doesn't pay bills, Liam said, but Marcus cut in. Dad's rule, man. They see one side, you hauling packages. You've got two moves, stay their punchline or flip the script. You're smarter than them, Liam. Remember high school? You flipped Jordans for hundreds. That bar on Blake Street? You saved it with a spreadsheet. You're a shark in a mailbag. Liam leaned back, the vinyl seat creaking. Marcus wasn't wrong. He'd always had a knack. Numbers, patterns, deals. At 16, he'd turned $50 into $500 reselling sneakers. Post-college, he dabbled. Stocks, a duplex he flipped for profit, a buddy's taco truck he'd strategized into the black. But he'd never gone big. Too cautious, too tired. I've been watching Westwood, Liam admitted. They're tanking. Lost their Pepsi account, hemorrhaging cash. I could. Buy him out? Marcus finished laughing. With what? Your tips? I've got $50,000 saved, Liam said. And a guy, Jonathan Wells, real estate tycoon, delivered blueprints to him last year. He likes me. Marcus paused, then said, risky as hell. I'm in. Drafting contracts is my jam. Let's make those clowns choke on their lattes. Liam smiled, a spark flaring. He hung up, staring at the city lights. Time to prove him wrong. The next day, he hit the library, free Wi-Fi, quiet stacks, digging into Westwood and Pierce. Public filings showed $10 million in debt, a 20% stock drop, rumors of layoffs. CEO Robert Langston peacocked in press releases, but the numbers screamed trouble. Liam scribbled notes, adrenaline pumping. This wasn't just revenge, it was a heist. Liam wasn't always the delivery guy. At 21, fresh off a business degree from CU Denver, he'd landed an internship at Westwood and Pierce, unpaid, 6 months of grunt work. He'd crunched data, pitched ideas nobody heard, fetched lattes for execs who forgot his name. Brandon Chase, then a junior director, ran the digital team. Liam caught him fudging a client report, padding clicks to snag a bonus. He'd called it out in a meeting, naive and loud. The next day, Brandon cornered him by the copier. You don't fit the vibe, kid, he'd said, tossing Liam's badge in the trash. Stick to manual labor. Suits you better. Security escorted him out, staff snickered. Liam left, tail between his legs, and swore off corporate dreams. Now, delivering to that same tower, he saw the irony. Brandon didn't recognize him. Why would he? Liam was just another gray blur. But that internship gave him an edge. He knew their systems, their weak spots. He'd overheard Langston's rants about tightening belts, seen Tiffany shred layoff memos. Westwood was a house of cards, and Liam held the wind. He called Marcus again, late, voice low. Found something. I worked there, intern, years back. Brandon fired me for ratting him out. I know they're dirt. Marcus laughed, sharp. Poetic justice, bro. He built his own grave. What's the play? Takeover, Liam said. Wells fronts cash. I buy shares. They're desperate. Stock's dirt cheap. Risky, Marcus said. Brandon's not dumb. He'll fight. I'll lawyer up. Let's bury him. Liam spent weeks prepping, day shifts hauling, nights plotting. He pitched Wells at the Rusty Nail, a dive bar off Broadway. The billionaire in his 60s, grizzled with a whiskey rasp, leaned over the table. You're betting big, kid? What's in it for me? Profit, Liam said, sliding a spreadsheet. They're at $5 a share, should be $20 with the right moves. I'll triple your money. Wells eyed him, then slid a check. $500,000. Don't screw me, Carter. Liam went all in. He cold-called shareholders, old-timers itching to ditch a sinking ship, offering cash above market. By week 3, he owned 40%, a silent majority. Marcus drafted airtight contracts, cackling over beers. They'll crap themselves when you walk in. Trouble hit halfway through. Brandon caught wind. Liam saw him grilling Tiffany at a drop-off, eyes darting. The next day, Wells called, voice tight. Chase got to my partners. Threatened lawsuits, spooked S. They're out, you're short $200,000. Liam's gut sank. He drained his savings, mortgaged his apartment, $50,000 gone. One shareholder left. Ellen Pierce, co-founder, 15% stake. She lived in a Cherry Hills mansion, gated and cold. Liam drove up, palms sweaty, still in uniform. A maid let him in. Ellen, in her 70s, sharp-eyed in a silk robe, sat by a fireplace. "A courier," she said, arching a brow. "Why should I sell to you?" "Your company's dying," Liam said, handing her a folder. "Debt charts, client losses. I've got 40%. Give me 15%, I'll save it or watch it crash." She studied him, then the numbers. "You're bold. I like that. Langston's a fool. Chase worse. Deal." He exhaled. 51%. Done. But Brandon wasn't out. At the next delivery, he blocked Liam in the lobby, smirking. "Heard you're playing tycoon? I've got lawyers sue you for insider crap. Back off." Liam smiled, accidentally tipping a crate of junk mail. Envelopes spilled. Brandon's face went beet red. "Oops," Liam said, dusting his hands. Slippery fingers, lifting's tough. Staff stifled laughs. Brandon's own game flipped. Liam left, heart racing. He had one night to seal it. Monday, Liam strode into Westwood and Pierce. No uniform, just jeans, a leather jacket, Marcus at his side with a briefcase. Tiffany gaped, whispers buzzed. He hit the 10th floor where Langston's office loomed, glass walls, a view of the Rockies. Brandon blocked the door, sneering. "What's this, a costume party?" Liam dropped the contract on Langston's desk. "Your new boss." Langston, in his 50s, silver hair, laughed, then stopped, flipping pages. "This is nonsense." "Check the shares," Liam said, leaning in. "I own 51%. Been watching you tank. Lost Pepsi, $10 million in the red. You didn't see me coming because I'm just the delivery guy." Brandon lunged. "You little..." Marcus waved a pink slip. "Fired, gelhead. Pack it." Langston stammered. Brandon's jaw dropped. Liam turned to him, voice ice. "You fired me once. Internship 2012. Caught you fudging numbers. Now I'm lifting your company. Get out." Brandon begged. "Wait, I'll take a cut, anything." Liam tossed the $20 bill back. "Earned this in an hour, right? Good luck." Staff stared, some smiling. Liam faced them. "New rules. Work hard, get respect. No egos." That afternoon, he called a press conference. Lobby, cameras rolling. "I was their delivery guy. Fired, mocked. Now I own Westwood and Pierce. We're rebuilding. Fair, lean, for everyone." A junior leaked it. Brandon's meltdown and Liam's mic drop. TikTok blew up. Delivery boss, millions of views. The clip went wild. Teens reenacted it. Underdogs toasted Liam online. He visited his dad's grave that night, snow falling. "Proved us wrong, Pop," he whispered, a tear freezing. The weeks after were chaos. Interviews, offers, Westwood stock climbing. Liam kept it real. Hired back laid-off staff, cut exec perks, turned the tower into a hub for grit. Brandon faded, last seen hawking MLM scams on Instagram. One night, Marcus brought beers to Liam's new office. Same view, new vibe. "You're a legend, bro. Delivery boss, wild." Liam smiled. "Just getting started."